Hey, it's Off Grid with Doug and Stacy. I'm Doug.
And I'm Stacy.
And the noise you hear, obviously, once again, is our snoring Airedale Terrier. She's laying down on the world's greatest dog bed ever.
And you can link that. You can link that up too about the dog bed.
She's very comfortable.
Yeah.
So, anyways, we're going to talk about some homestead remedies on something that you can grow very easily on your homestead and utilize in your arsenal of taking care of yourself.
Right, and it's very easy to get, and it's very inexpensive.
And what's the clinical name?
Capsium.
And now we're going to see if you know what capsium is.
It is cayenne pepper.
Ta-da!
And it is something that every homesteader, every person with a garden should be growing. It's probably my number one. It's my top 3 for sure herbs of all time because it can do a lot of
very versatile
things.
Remember, that's the key to the game on the homestead, is versatility. You want to get something that can be used for multiple uses.
Yeah, lots of different things, and I would really recommend, and I'm just going to talk about today about just the powder. So I would also recommend to get one of these and keep them in like a backpack or a bug out bag, or if you're even just going backpacking, because this could save a person's life.
Right, like if you had a bad cut, you could pour that into the cut and it could stop the bleeding.
I mean, a gunshot wound, I mean, anything, if something happened, put it in there. If you put it a lot on there, it will stop it within 10 seconds or so, the bleeding.
Right, that's good stuff.
Yeah, totally. And it also is great for internal bleeding. So general recommendations for a lot of this stuff is about a teaspoon of the cayenne in 8 to 10 ounces of like warm water, and then you take it. So let's say you had internal bleeding, a really bad nosebleed, take a little cayenne pepper and see if that helps. Or if you have bleeding in the lungs or in the uterus or in the stomach, and it will help. It's also good to help, let's say you have, and you wouldn't think so because it's kind of spicy and hot, but the way it affects the body is just so cool. So it helps with digestion, it helps when you go into the bathroom, it helps with healing.
With breathing, with
your
nasal congestion.
It helps with sinus problems. It's really, really good for sore throat. This is just a great, great remedy. If you have a sore throat, and I know sometimes you get a sore throat and it just won't go away. Some people that are probably, ready to get strep throat, you'll go ahead and take, some warm water. And when you first start off, you're not going to want to go a whole teaspoon. Because a teaspoon is usually one, like in an emergency, where you put the teaspoon if you did have internal bleeding or if you need to put a lot on a cut or a gash.
She has a lot to talk about, so she's just kind of
I'm like,
reading off her notes because we don't ever script our videos, but she wants to make sure she points.
So I'm telling you things. So with the sore throat, you'll get your warm water, put your cayenne pepper, and then you're going to gargle with it. So, put it in your mouth and you're going to gargle it with that sore throat, and I would do it every couple hours, and then it'll kick it. So let's say you're, used to getting strep throat and you think you're going to get it. I mean, I would be gargling every couple hours and keep doing it and doing it and doing it, and then you'll kick it.
Kill that bacteria.
It's great. Or just maybe you have sinus dripping back there, just do it. Now I know some people can't gargle with it. You could go ahead and just drink it because you're going to get that kind of burning feel behind, and then drink some water and it'll go away. But the cayenne is just tremendous when it comes to helping a sore throat. Wonderful. Mm-hmm. And it's high in vitamin C too, so you're going to get that too. The one thing that I forgot to tell you is in an emergency, like if you put it in your bug out bag, or let's say you're on the homestead and you had an accident. Hopefully that would never happen, but there was a bad accident and the person had something traumatic happen to them, and they went into shock. Cayenne pepper would be a great thing. There's a wonderful drink. It's I call it like an anti-shock drink, where you're going to use a teaspoon of your cayenne, your powder, and then you're going to do honey, a tablespoon of honey, and then you're going to also do a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, and it's sort of like an anti-shock drink that's going to help that person and kind of get them out of that shock feeling.
Huh. That's good stuff.
Yeah. The other thing that's totally cool about cayenne is that it could save a person from having a heart attack or a stroke. And we have personal...
Yeah, we've had it happen.
We've had, and I've read a lot of stories about how this could save your life. So in your home, everybody, if you don't have it, I would definitely make sure that you have the cayenne pepper. in the powder form. So if you have someone that looks like they're having a heart attack or a stroke, put that teaspoon of cayenne in some warm water and make them drink it. Because basically it's like Drano into the arteries and all that, and then it's just going to help them to maybe make it go away, or enough time to get to a hospital, or get some medical help that way.
Yeah.
But we had one of our Amish friends.
After we had just talked about it and taught them how to do it. Right.
They were having church at their house, and one of the elderly men was having a lot of trouble. And so she said he was having a stroke. And she said she remembered what we had talked about, and so they had given it to him, and they gave it to him about 2 or 3 times, and he felt fine. She went back to check on him, and he went and lay down, and he was fine. So, and then later on had gone to the doctor, and they had said that he had a stroke. So, but he's doing good still.
Yeah.
So keep that in your little arsenal, because cayenne is just wonderful. Besides that, let me make sure.
It stores really good too, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's good. It's good also for pain.
Right.
So if you have any aches or pains, and arthritis would be a definite pain, but
if it's good for pain and you have the powder, would I just sprinkle it on you?
No, you're gonna put it in your water.
No, I mean because you're the pain.
Yeah. Okay. He's so funny. So if you have any kind of aches or pains, it's going to help with that. You can also make with this, and I have some of this that I made. I put some powder with some olive oil, and I let it soak, like a quarter olive oil and the rest, or a quarter of the powder, quarter powder, and then rest olive oil, and then I shake it up, and then let it, steep for like a month or so, and shake it up, and then I strain it out, and then basically that's like ointment for sore muscles or any aches or pains, or if your back is hurting. So
like
it
a
does
heat.
Yeah, because you buy that capsium cream at the store.
Or like
you
what
can make your
Shaq
own.
uses too, right? What does Shaq use? Heat. What is that? Heat?
Whatever it is, I don't know. But you can make your own without, having to go to the store and buy it, like a, ointment for that. But it helps also with headaches. So.
Do I just sprinkle it on you?
No, you maybe get a little. This is a little. If you have getting a bad headache, you can get a little pinch of it and kind of just put it under your tongue. It'll burn a little bit, and then drink some water.
Right.
But you want it to go right away to little blood vessels in your brain, and then that does work.
That's a good tip.
Yeah. Okay, let me make sure what else.
It's really good for a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
That's the stuff you want to grow. I know we know you guys like your greens and your tomatoes and your fun stuff that you grow on the homestead, but you got to work in this stuff here that really could be beneficial in your remedies section. Okay,
and for a lot of you guys too, you have, it's good for weight loss. I'm going to give you a little morning energy drink idea that you can start doing.
Wow.
So here's my challenge to you all. You can do, this is your morning energy drink. You're going to need, and just depending on your taste, maybe 1/8 of a teaspoon or a couple pinches in some warm water. Okay, squeeze half of a lemon. All right, and then you can put some honey or some, kind of sweetener if you have some stevia or whatever you want to put in it. Maple syrup would probably be my choice to put in there, because you're going to get a lot more, you're going to get some minerals in there.
It's definitely your choice lately.
Yes, it is. Thanks to Joshua up in Canada.
Shh.
Okay, so, cuckoo.
You got cuckooed.
So it's going to be your few pinches of cayenne pepper, and you're going to put your maple syrup or honey in there, and then squeeze a lemon, and then drink that in the morning with some warm water. And it's going to be very cleansing and detoxifying, and it's going to help you with weight loss.
Wow.
Cayenne is really helpful in that, in your metabolism. So just by incorporating that, it's good for your circulations, it's good for your heart health. It is just, phenomenal.
It's a good stuff.
It is in my top 3 herbs. And it is the herb of the year.
Herb of the year.
Yeah. So I just challenge you all to try the morning energy drink and do it and stay consistent with it. Try to do it like for a month straight and see what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, they have so many good tips from Off Good with Doug and Stacy.
I don't know. I think I'm forgetting some things.
You always feel that way.
I know. I think I got most of them. So.
Now, one thing for sure, if you guys, did you watch the brandy video? Pretty soon we're going to be cracking open the brandy and doing a video about how it's turned out. It's about time to look at that. So if you guys have been with us when we made the brandy and then you made some, it should be getting close. So we're going to take a look at that in our next video probably. Yeah,
we need to do that soon. I think I'm a little late, but it's okay if it lasts longer. You can do it more than 4 months.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Cool beans. So you guys just learned something about cayenne pepper. Make sure you incorporate it into your seeds that you're getting ready for spring with.
Oh, let me say one more thing.
Please.
I know a lot of you guys are saying, oh my gosh, I can't take this stuff. It's going to give me
too
heartburn.
hot.
Or it's going to give me heartburn.
Right.
Tell
them,
this isn't a food form. A lot of times people will take the cayenne pepper, the pills or the capsaicin pills, and then, because it's all down there and it just comes out at once and then you burp it up.
Right.
It gives you indigestion. This is a little bit more subtle. If you do it in the water, you don't have to put a whole lot in there. You know, just like I said, a pinch or so. And you'll notice that it might not be so bad. So in your food, in your day-to-day life, I just like to keep this out. It's like my salt and pepper.
Right.
And I just sprinkle it on my salads. I just make sure I get some of this, you know, throughout my day. It's just part of my seasoning.
Yeah, and if some stuff bothers you, always remember just to kind of ease into it. If she's saying use a teaspoon, maybe just, you know, use what you can handle, then a half teaspoon, and then eventually work yourself up to a teaspoon.
A little bit will go a long way with the cayenne.
Just a dab will do you.
Yeah, so just maybe start adding it to your stuff, but try that little morning energy drink and see if it starts to make you feel better. You know, because you're going to get some good things and, you know, good cleansing and then just helping your body overall. And I want all of you guys to grow that cayenne if you're not already and utilize it and just stay healthy.
That's cool. So this is another episode with Off Grid and with Doug and Stacy. I'm Doug.
And I'm Stacy.
And we'll check you out on the next episode, Homestead Homies.
See you later. There's this really cool conference on April the 2nd in Crossville, Tennessee.
Yeah, I saw that. It's Appalachian Homestead kind of organized it.